The root word to community is unity, no matter what race, color, geographical location, gender we come from. It's going to take a concerted effort on all fronts to begin this process of healing. That's what we hope for as a company and as a team.
After Michael Brown was murdered, Ferguson was not really ready for the international spotlight. We were basically trying to figure out why Michael Brown was murdered in such a way and why they kept his body uncovered for 4 hours and 32 minutes. We were all upset, hurt, very angry, and just ready to just let the police officers and everyone else know that we're tired of it.
For me, it felt very close. I remember how I found out about it was through social media. I sat in the middle of my bed and I cried.
It's time for you to show what you're made of, this Nene. Will you honor your family's name or reject it?
You lost me there.
Will you help me?
Help you what?
Move the body.
Do you mean bury it when it's been forbidden by
Of
law?
course I mean bury it. He was my brother and yours. Where's your loyalty?
You can be really gracious and you can be really humble and really sweet, and those are the things that will get you through tragedy. Those are the things that people will speak long after you're gone about, this idea that this is really an amazing person that didn't deserve death, but also embraced death and embraced tragedy.
Citizens, I say that she is a man and I am not if she gets away with breaking the law and boasting about her crime. I don't care if she's my niece. She and her sister will both be put to death. Or I hold her sister equally responsible for planning this burial.
With Michael Brown and Antigone, they were just two young people who were on the road to doing the right thing, and tragedy knocked on their door.
Yes, I knew it was a crime.
I identify with this idea that maybe the powers that be in state government or local government can be very stubborn, can be very rigid, and not so willing to extend mercy. I think Creon needed mercy too. I think that he was so caught up in the culture of this idea that what he thought was right, no matter what, was how he felt things were gonna go.
Also have people in our choir who were Michael Brown's educators. I think one way that this work of art can change our climate is the conversation that we have after every performance. I learned so much from our audiences every night, and they say some of the most brilliant things, and I believe that these conversations are not only healing, but I hope that it serves as a catalyst for change, as an opportunity to come up with solutions.
I am the ruler of the city.
No city belongs to one man.
Does the city not belong to its ruler?
Then you're better off ruling a desert.
At the forefront of most movements, it is young people. I think about specifically how it's young women of color, even more specifically young Black women, who are at the forefront of movements of change.
In the eyes of the gods, and may they experience nothing less than what they unjustly do to me.
We live in a society now where everything is a why, and if you don't have a good answer for a why, you're gonna be tested. As a society, we need to value art more. We kind of just use it as recreation, but through this, it showed me how much art actually means. The fact that we're doing a play that was written 2,500 years ago, and it still relates to today. Art is one of the few things that can't die out. It's one of the few things that will always be relevant, whether the person dies or not. It's the legacy that's left.
When I found out about Antigone and Ferguson, I wanted to just do this because this is my way of protesting through performance.
I understand the police perspective side in terms of dealing with protesters, in that it's okay to protest. It's okay to, quote unquote, buck the system or to challenge the system. certainly had there not been a protest, I wouldn't be an African American male on a police department that was founded in the 1800s. Someone had to protest for me to be where I am today.